Jules, we talked about Dani Olmo on Monday's show, and we thought we'd be registering that now. What's going on?
Yeah, in Barcelona, we're very optimistic. And to be fair, the Dani Olmo camp as well, his agent, everyone was. We thought there was, like as I mentioned in the last show, they had sold the VIP tickets and the way you sell them and everything, commercialize them to a few Middle East companies to raise 100 million euros. But even that was not enough. And La Liga said, this is not good enough. So right now it can't be registered. There's also a bit of a tricky one where apparently you can't get 2 licenses for the same club in the same season. So basically, if you can't register somebody from the start of the season to the end, you can't register him again halfway through the season.
Okay.
And for Dani Olmo, who says he wants to stay, that means that in his contract, it says he can be a free agent and still being paid by Barcelona for the remaining of his contract, although being still a free agent and go anywhere he wants.
Okay.
So this is really a headache that, I'm sorry, Barcelona, we saw coming. This is the way things are.
So Sergio Conceição is the new Milan manager, Jules, as you were telling us on Monday.
We said it was probably going to be him. It was confirmed not long after we finished the show. So I just wanted to, because there's something really, really, I think, fascinating for me in this. He's taking over Paulo Fonseca. Didn't really work out. They're 8th in the table. But they are in the Italian Super Cup semi-final on Friday night. And this would be the first game as a Milan coach for Sergio Conceição. And they play against Juventus. And who plays for Juventus? His own son, Francisco Conceição. So for his first game as a Milan manager, he will face his own son in like the battle of the Conceiçãos, which I find amazing. So, hey, just for that, we like the appointment.
Yeah, so Jonathan David has been talking about his future, Jules.
Yeah, he did an interview in the local newspaper in Lille, which he rarely gives in interviews. And he said that there is an extension on table. He's out of contract in the summer. And I think for us, there was the belief that he would run out his contract and then go as a free agent somewhere in the summer, like a much bigger club that he deserves to go to, whether it's in England or in Italy, anywhere. But he said that everything is still possible, that he can sign the extension, 2-year extension on the table, and maybe either stay a little bit or make sure that the club gets some money back, which I like from him. He's got 17 goals already this season in the competitions. He's been great for them. And he's 25 years old. I like a lot of his game, and I think now he seems to be finally ready for a big move.
So do you think the best thing to do is to move and not sign an extension?
I mean, this is what a lot of players would do. Let's run down the contract. We talk about Trent earlier, and then be a free agent and go anywhere you want instead of having somebody paying for you. Maybe he just wants to stay another year and then go after that. Maybe he doesn't feel ready himself. But I would find him strange to sign a new deal now, considering he will get a big move. He's a free agent.
Do you think he's Premier League ready?
I think he is now, yeah. Last season I was not so sure. This season is really, really...
Okay, so I never thought I'd say this, Jules, but Adil Rami's clashed with CR7 for his comments on Ligue 1.
Remember what Cristiano said, that the Saudi League was better than Ligue 1, that there was only PSG in Ligue 1? Well, Adil Rami didn't like the comments at all and came after Cristiano by saying, you know what, if Cristiano was playing in Ligue 1 right now, we would eat him alive. Not that Adil Rami still plays. But
that's what to say.
Yeah, he would be eaten alive in Ligue 1. Basically saying that for the last 2 years, Cristiano hasn't been as good as he used to before. I'm not sure if he would not be good in Ligue 1, Cristiano. But Adil Rami was really passionate about this, saying like, he hasn't watched Ligue 1. Lille are doing great. Marseille, Monaco, we see that in the Champions League for some of them. Even Brest, he said like, even if Cristiano goes to Brest, he's not doing well there. So I was like, oh, well, okay, chill out. Maybe.
Why do you think he's been so aggressive here?
I don't know, man. He took it really personal when he's not playing in the league anymore. If he was somebody still playing in Ligue 1, to feel a bit offended by what Cristiano said, he could. But for Adil Rami to say like, just not sure, man.
Do you think Cristiano responds or not?
Let's see.
I think as far as like a war of words goes, I wouldn't necessarily want to have one online with Cristiano Ronaldo. True. He's got one or two supporters.
That's very true. Although Adil Rami can say he won the World Cup, which Cristiano hasn't. So, I mean, that could end all the debate.
Okay, my boy. Okay, Jules, what is Teji Savanier controversy?
So as you know, he plays for Montpellier, and I completely forgot. I won't lie. I forgot to put in quick hits in the last show, or even the one before. But Montpellier were playing before the winter break in the French Cup against the 4th division club. They lost heavily as well at Le Puy, and he took a corner at some point, and one of the fans who were really close to the pitch, as you know, in the lower league pitch, said to him, "Oh, it must hurt to be bottom of the table in Ligue 1." And Savanier heard, turned around before taking the corner and said, not really when you earn 200K a month.
Those ones.
No,
Those ones, okay.
No, this is not good. So if you were a Montpellier fan, or even worse, a Montpellier Ultra, and your captain and your best player is going like, I don't care, I earn 200K a month, so bottom of the table or not. So he had to apologize. And Montpellier is his club. Like, he's himself a Montpellier fan. All his family is. So for him to say that, I was so disappointed. So they're obviously starting, the French league starts again this weekend, like a lot of other leagues. So I think TJ has a lot of work to do to have himself forgiven by the Montpellier fans.
That's tough.
It's
Trying
tough,
to flex
man.
like
I'm not
that.
sure how you come back from that.
Yeah, I don't think you do,
Exactly.
to be honest. So Stephan Bogart is the new Union Berlin manager.
Yeah, we mentioned the other day, and there's that they parted company with Boris Svensson, the former coach who was at Mainz before, who I don't think did everything so bad, to be fair, for Union. But it was not good enough. They were 12th in the table. I think the club would be disappointed, 12th in the table, not to have done a little bit better for them. So he's coming in. He did a decent job at Cologne when they finished 7th in the table. So we'll have to see how it is.
So Hugo Sotil has passed away at the age of 75.
Yeah, sad news for the former Peruvian international. Really, really good player. Played for Barcelona between 73 and 76 in the Cruyff era, and was a big part of the team in 1974, winning the title after 14 years without winning La Liga. So I think in a way he made history for Barcelona, and he was 75 years old. So obviously all our thought are with his family.
And so we had our first official deal of the January transfer window, Jules, and it's Gift Orban to Hoffenheim.
Yeah, one of the best names in world football, obviously, Gift Orban from Lyon. Just never really worked out for him. They bought him last year for Ghent for 14 million euros. A year on, they sell him on for 12. It's a good deal, I think, for everyone. For him, he needs to play. Hoffenheim, he will play. It's a good deal for Lyon, really, to recoup all that money there. He's only 22 years old, and he had an incredible impact, if you remember, when he started at Ghent. But since then, he's been a bit more hit and miss. So let's hope for him that he can have a good go in the Bundesliga. Will suit him as well in his game.
Do you think this is going to be a big January transfer window?
I think there is a lot of teams that need to sell.
Okay.
So I think on that side, I think it is sell first and then buy. So I think we could be in for an interesting month. Yeah.
Okay. So Willian leaves Olympiacos after just 11 games, Jules.
11 games. He arrived in September, Ned. He's 36 years old now, Willian.
Good age. It's
good age.
Good age.
And
yeah.
just now, it's just not happening. It didn't happen for him at Olympiacos. I don't think if he thought he could still play at that kind of level, but clearly they didn't think so.
Is it a location thing or is it a play thing?
No, I think it sounded like a play thing, really. And I won't lie, I haven't watched much of Olympiacos outside of in Europe,
yeah.
but yeah, it wasn't good. And I like Willian a lot, but maybe there's a time where you leave the football before the football leaves you.
Oh, that's nonsense, man.
Is it?
That's
Is
well.
it? 36.
To be fair, let me take that back. It's not nonsense. I just think at times we struggle in knowing whether someone's out of form or whether they've lost it altogether.
True.
And I think as you get older, if you fall out of form, people are very quick to want to write you off.
Yeah.
Case in point, obviously this is like the creme de la creme. But 9 months ago, Salah looked like he was on the way out.
I know, but it was not William level.
Yeah, but Willian, relatively speaking, will still have an impact for Fulham, was it not, last year?
And that's true. That's true. Yeah,
so
yeah.
in 2024, how can you go from being great to all of a sudden you can't play football anymore?
It's not so much that. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it was not the right context for him.
There you
and I
go,
think he
my
wants to go
friend.
back to Brazil.
This is why some of your
still,
best takes happen on this show,
I
because you're
also
comfortable
feel-
at this desk.
And you know this didn't happen to you, but we also know a lot of players who thought they could still play
Yeah.
in that kind of age,
Listen,
35, 36,
that's
who could not
valid.
play anymore.
That's valid, but it's 36.
Yeah.
It's not that old.
No, okay.
It's not that old.
Because you said that because it's your age.
Yeah.
But
It's not that old.
no, it's not that old. I
Jules,
agree
stop
with you.
it. It's not that old.